What's going on, stoners? I'm out here looking at the outdoor grow and these ladies look great. But wait until we go inside and look at this Mars Hydro 2x4 setup. Oh my God, unbelievable. That mutant plant, I don't know what to say, I'm speechless. Let's go take a look at it. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications so you get notified whenever I drop some content on these ladies right here, as well as this mutant plant that you're about to see. Because trust me, you're gonna wanna see how it ends. Look at these plants. Honestly, I'm at a loss for words. These plants are crazy, especially this fern one right here, or the one that has the fern characteristics. They are both supposed to be the same strain, the same cultivar. However, they look completely different. So we will call this one the fern and this one just the regular, just the normal plant. So the fern characteristic one is unbelievable. This one looks like you would normally have with a kind of a normal strain here. This one is very pistil hairy. It has a lot of pistil hairs on it. This one right here is the same, except it's a little bit more spongy in terms of the how solid these buds are. These ones right here on the normal plant are about a 4. These are about a 3. They are a little bit spongy, but that could be because of the environment. I mean, obviously, if you can't tell, this tent is jam-packed. There is so much leaf material and stuff going on in this tent that I am sure the humidity is off the charts in here. Well, not off the charts, just higher than what I would normally like my humidity in my flower tents to be. But with all of this growth, I really don't have, you know, that much of a say-so. I could chop off a lot of stuff here, give them a really good defoliation. I could crank my inline fan all the way up to 10 constantly, you know, and I could do that. But that's going to pull my air condition air straight out of here. So it's gonna bring the temperatures in my room up if I just blast this and suck this air right out of here. So it's kind of a give and take here. I'm trying to balance the environment in the tent as well as the environments in the room. So once you get that dialed in, you're pretty much golden. Now, I would never want my plants to get this big inside of a 2x4 tent here. This just, however, these kept on stretching. If you can't tell, this is a 2x4 by 6 foot tall tent, and they are pretty much up to the SP3000 light. Mars Hydro did send over their FCE 4000, and I don't want to put that in here just yet. I don't want to run the risk of pulling these plants out to put that light in there, just to try to get a better spectrum in the end of flower here. I think we're going to go ahead and keep the light that we have for the next. We only have 3 weeks, maybe another 3 weeks, and these plants right here are going to be getting harvested. This one is already showing signs of needing to be harvested soon. It's already fading a little bit. We have trichomes that you can see that are starting to turn milky. We've got milky ones over here as well. We still do have some clear trichomes. We don't have any amber yet, so that's where we are with that. So I'm guessing in a roughly 2 weeks, maybe 17 days, we're going to be chopping these ladies down. Could be before that, just depends on how fast they fade. We have swapped over our nutrients from the nutrient line to the pH water line. If you don't know, this entire room is ran on automated watering. Each one of my setups has access to tap in to either nutrient-rich water or pH water, which I keep it around 6.4 to 6.6, anywhere in there. That is rainwater that is collected from outside of this grow room here. Very, very nice system. If you haven't seen that, I'm sure it's back there somewhere. You can go back in and watch some of my videos that are related to the garage over here, and you will be able to find how all of that system is put together. Very nice. I really don't have to do anything. I come over here every couple of weeks, maintain that everything is going good. I maintain that the water level is up to par in the outside barrels. If not, I go through the process of refilling and re-putting in nutrients or re-pHing the water, depending on which barrels need filled up. Like I said, I am at a loss for words on these plants right here. It smells very good. It has a very, very gassy aroma. No fruit, nothing like that. Seems more gas than anything. I will do a little bit of a defoliation. Take off some of these fan leaves. You can see I haven't taken off too many of the ferns fan leaves, because as you can see right through those. The light goes right through it, penetrates right through that. So underneath is getting a bunch of dappled light. This one, on the other hand, is more of a normal plant, so the fingers are a little bit more on the opaque side, so they block a little bit more light. So I have defoliated this one a little bit more than I did the fern style. These are Tropical Swirl from Terpes Mutant Genetics. And this is the only one that I've ever got to, or that I didn't get to, the only one that I've ever had from Terpes that has ferned on me. This is supposed to fern like this. I've had a couple of strains that were supposed to fern as well, and they did not. This one did, and I'm really excited about it. Now that I get to see how the bud structure is, I really like the way the buds stack up. Like, the stacking on them is good. I just wish that they were a little bit more dense, you know? Now, if I got rid of this plant and just grew this one fern in this 2x4 right here, I think I could get this humidity down to the point where I could get these a little bit denser. Possibly. But, you know, genetics plays a big part, as well as the environment. So, with these being as dense as they was, if I put this plant in its own tent and bring the humidity way down, these would solid up a lot. It's crazy. I don't even know what to say. There is going to be some larf involved in this grow right here, but it is what it is. We did get our inline fan set up over here. We have our oscillating fans. We have everything that we need from Mars Hydro going on in this grow. And we're pretty much stuck until this plant right here, until these plants are ready for harvest. It does look like this one is fading out a little bit sooner than this one is, but I'm going to guess and say that's because of the sheer size of this one right here. If we could pull these out of here and kind of give them a size comparison, this one is going to be about double the size of this plant right here in terms of leaf matter, branching out, and underneath growth that's going on. I mean, there's so much going on here, you can't grasp that on camera. I can already tell. So, unbelievable. Depending on the weight of this, we're looking at maybe a pound out of this 2x4. Maybe a pound out of this 2x4 right here, off of 2 plants. let's hope we get anywhere close to that, because the plants that I've been having lately have been a little bit lackluster on the amount of the harvest. Some of them, a couple of them, have been absolutely choice when it comes to genetics that I'm going to keep, in terms of flavor and how they grow, like the stacking and things like that, things that I like. But man, these are crazy looking. I do have a clone of each one of these. I think I am going to keep the fern one just off of interest, like how interesting I can make this. Can I breed this with something? Can we do something here? Is there something else that we can do? You know what I mean? I like the way this looks. Let's see how far we can take it. This one right here, nah, isn't blowing my socks off in terms of terpenes or anything like that. So I think we might let this one go in terms of cloning, but the bud looks great, smells great, but it's just not that what I'm looking for, if that makes sense. I like the more fruit, you know, the creams, the shit like that. I don't really like the fish. I don't like the armpit. I don't like the fucking the sock. You know what I mean? I don't like the sweat, the gym sock, the gym room. I don't like that. I like more of the fruity, maybe a little bit of gas, maybe a little bit of diesel fuel in there. But man, when it comes to absolutely smelling like funk, and like, you know what I mean, like you just rubbed up against 17 bags of onions, this is pretty good right here. This is definitely, I'm interested to see how it does when it's finished and after it goes into the CANNABIS system. We are going to be using the CANNABIS system for this right here, the Cool Cure from CANNABIS. Shout out to them. Beautiful little setup here. I just wish these plants were a little bit more manageable, or we decided to flip them a lot sooner than what we did. Absolutely amazing. These plants are over top of the wicking system, so we really don't have to do anything besides make sure everything is copacetic with the watering. I do have a couple of things coming up that you guys need to be on the lookout for. If you do know, football is around the corner, so we might be doing something with some fantasy football leagues again this year. I'm in talks with a couple of things here, so let me tidy up some stuff to decide if I'm going to do that or not. So be on the lookout in the next couple of videos here about a possible fantasy football league. If you're interested in joining that, you know what I mean, I am probably going to do one on the Patreon. So if you are a Patreon member, you will have access to join, you know what I mean, my fantasy football league over there. So if you're interested in any of that, you can join the Patreon, or you can wait until the next video when we actually come out with a little bit more of an announcement here. Shout out to Mars Hydro for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in any of the gear that you saw here from Mars Hydro, like this 2x4 by 6 foot tent with very thick mylar walls, light leak flaps, the new and improved SP3000. They have the 2-in-1 ventilation system like that is over at my studio. They have smaller inline fans like this right here in case you don't want a big setup like that. They're really focusing on their smart grow control kits like the one I have over at my house, featuring the 2-in-1 ventilation system and the FC3000 over there. I can't wait to get their FCE4000 set up in here as soon as these plants right here are done. You can save yourself a little bit of money by heading over to marshydro.com, using code STONED. Save yourself a little bit of money at checkout. You might as well, while you're getting yourself some great gear. And if you want to help the channel out even more, you can head over to my Patreon. Plenty of files over there. We got behind the scenes stuff. We have an update on the outdoor grow. You know, we're going to be ramping up the Patreon. So we're going to provide a lot more content over on the Patreon that's not available over here on YouTube. So if you're interested in that or helping the channel out at all, head over to my Patreon. Link for that will also be in this video's description. Patreon.com/StoneBarrington. Alright, so I need to get my ass back outside, do a little bit more work before it gets too dark to do anything. If you're interested in what we have going on outside, you can go watch this video right here. I'll see you guys over there. Peace.